Adam here from the Walser Automotive Group, and what I want to do today is take you on a test drive. So next to me here, I have a 2026 Hyundai Tucson, and this is the PHEV Limited. So what we'll do is look at the interior, exterior, some of the trim level specifics, then go for a spin around, see what it's like out on the road. Okay, so now we're behind the wheel of the 2026 Hyundai Tucson, and like I said, this is the PHEV Limited. So there's a few different trim levels when you're looking at the PHEV. This one's going to give you some pretty amazing equipment, but we'll touch on some of the stuff that can come in the base model as well when we're out on the road. So for now, let's put it in drive, we'll go for a spin around. So let's begin with what powers the PHEV. Now there's a 1.6 liter turbocharged engine, and that's going to be paired with an electric motor. So what that means is you're going to have 32 miles of all electric range when you're looking at the PHEV Tucson. While it's not a massive battery pack, that little added bonus you get from the electric system is going to be pretty cool. Now, if we were just using the gas engine and you were fully on a battery, you're still looking at 35 mpg out of the Hyundai Tucson, even when this one's paired with the H-Track, which is the all-wheel drive system. Now, when you combine that with the electric motor, Hyundai says you're looking at about 77 mpge. So that's going to be a combined rating when using the electric and gas power. Now, that's pretty awesome. Like I said, even if the full battery pack is even exhausted, still getting mid-30s on the highway for fuel economy is pretty great out of a vehicle of this size. Now, looking at the Limited on the outside of this Hyundai Tucson, this one's going to have a really cool 19-inch wheel. It's kind of like a twisted 5-spoke design. It looks really nice, and it rides really nice on these 19-inch wheels. Now, we should mention that today we got dumped on with snow yesterday, so this is a perfect day to test out the H-Track system. I'm blown away. I love the instant electric power you get with these new plug-in hybrids and EV vehicles because it gives it that little boost on the line. Unless you get a little bit of ice, you can feel it slipping around. But what's cool about the Hyundai, you really feel it kind of biting in to get that best possible bite and traction you'd expect with an all-wheel drive system. Now, on our digital gauge cluster here, you can actually go through and kind of see where the drive power distribution is going. And there's a few other little things in this menu that you can check out, like when it's going to switch between the EV, when the battery's charging. It's all a pretty cool system, and it's very intelligent. Now, what's great is there is a little button down here, and you'll notice it says EV, HEV. So I can switch between automatic, a hybrid mode, and then an electric mode. So if you want to save some of that electric power for maybe if you're bopping around town, you can do it that way, or you can just set it back to automatic, and it will kind of use the power as it seems fit. Now, I really like the idea of the EV. I know some people aren't maybe ready to jump to a full EV, so getting the hybrid battery pack with the gas motor, to me, is really the best of both worlds. Maybe you have a 10-mile commute to your job in the morning, you can plug this vehicle in at home, add that little bit of bonus back, I guess you could say, for a few bonus miles, and then use the gas engine, maybe if you're going on a road trip or a little bit longer journey. But even today, I've only had about a 50-some% charge, yet I'm still can kind of monitor and see how much range I get. It says right now I have 15 miles of all electric range. Now, as I drive the vehicle back, you can actually regen some of that, so it will continue to go up. You don't ever have to plug this vehicle in if you don't want to, but having the PHEV option, I think, is pretty amazing. If I had a 12-mile commute in the morning and I only had to use electric power, I could plug it in when I got home, that would be pretty great. And then if I plan to go on a cabin trip or I'm running around a little further, maybe through town, going across the city, having that gas motor, there really is a lot of benefit here. Now, we do have to touch on some of the interior stuff. So this Limited will get a power liftgate out back, and that is really easy on the key fob, or you can press the little button back there to lift open, and there is quite a bit of room in here. You could easily make that Costco trip, or maybe you end up at IKEA and buy something you weren't planning on. You can pull the little handle in the back, and that's going to knock the seats down as it's a 60-40 split rear seat, and that just gives you plenty of room to haul stuff. But more likely than not, you maybe got the family with you if you got some little kiddos in here and you don't want to drive a huge 7-passenger SUV. There's actually a surprising amount of room in the Tucson. Not to mention in the Limited, those are also going to be heated seats. Maybe you're going on date night, kids are getting a little bit older, everybody's going to be nice and comfortable in the vehicle. There's vents back there, and there's also USB-C charging, so you don't have to worry about whose device is going to be charged up when. Now, it's a little hard to get a feel for the ride and drive today because the roads are terrible, but I almost like that more. Having the ability to really test out the all-wheel drive, not every day is going to be 73 and sunny and perfect, so really getting a feel for this vehicle, I love the way the Tucson drives. It gives you a very direct kind of turn-in. The steering is kind of that perfect balance of light and heavy, and all the safety built into this vehicle, you really get a feel for it when it's kind of a terrible day like today. One thing especially, you can hear I have the blinker on, this little blinker camera. Now it gives you a look out of your blind spot, whether it's left or right. In the digital gauge cluster here, it gives you a live view out of the side. It is so cool. I love that feature. I wish all new vehicles did come with it just because it's so convenient to have. And then the safety built into this vehicle is also so great. Obviously, it's going to have the standard things like blind spot monitoring or some of the emergency braking, but the smart city cruise control is so cool. Not on a day maybe like today as much, but if you're running to the cabin, like I said, running around town, you can kind of program it to pick a distance to the vehicle ahead of you. It keeps that distance when you're on the road. It is such an intuitive system. It works so well, and it is a great feature to have for day-to-day use. Now, another thing in here, wireless Apple CarPlay as well as wireless Android Auto. I paired my phone up in about 30 seconds. That's giving me text messaging, Google Maps, Spotify, and I can even set the navigation where I want to go and use Siri with the push button on the steering wheel here. If you're a Siri user, that also makes it pretty simple. Now, what else is cool? If you go all the way over, there's a new menu. It can show you your weather, some of your calendar stuff in there. It's just a great way to not be messing with your phone when you're on the go. And then we've got wireless charging down here for my phone, and we also get USB-C charging up here in the front. A couple different plugs down there. So there's lots of ways to keep lots of devices nice and charged up. Now, just below that, you're going to have some buttons because this will have built-in navigation as well. And then just the standard Hyundai home screen is also really cool. So if you go back to the Hyundai menu, it's going to show you things like the built-in nav. You can even program it to weather, sports, all that stuff is going to be a subscription base. Or you can see some of your PHEV settings. So that would let you know the battery status, the total range with just the EV power, where the kind of system is using the power, and even places where you can charge, which is really pretty cool. The only way I've really been able to tell if the vehicle's in EV or gas today, especially with all the slush you can probably hear on the road as well, is when I get that little light on the dash. I don't feel it at all. It's not like the old hybrids where the transition was kind of very aggressive. I have no idea. It's a 6-speed automatic transmission. It kicks in and out when I'm in the automatic mode. It really is convenient for day to day. Like I said, it's basically just going to give you that little added benefit of staying away from the fuel pump as long as you can, and then kind of utilizing that electric power. And it's a quick little car. It gets up and moves out into intersections. 95% of the time, I think this is going to be more than enough power for day-to-day use. And it's actually surprisingly fun to drive. And there is a few different drive modes you can use down here. So there's a snow mode that's going to give you that best possible bite and traction. There's also an all-wheel drive lock. So if you're trying to get out of like an alley behind your house, or you're stuck somewhere, locking it in is also pretty sweet. The seats, we have to touch on these because the Limited gives me heated seats up front as well as a ventilated seat. So I know it's not nice out today, but when the nice weather comes back around, having the ventilated seats in here, it's going to be a power seat as well on my side, which is really nice with lumbar control. There's just so much comfort in here. And not to mention, we also get the fully heated steering wheel. That is such a great feature. Now that's something, if you haven't had that before, the heated steering wheel, it's impossible to give it back up. Now this vehicle also comes with a remote start on the key fob, so I was able to fire it up before we even got started today. It was nice and toasty when I hopped in, and even with the PHEV system, it can still heat the vehicle up really nicely, but it might not even turn the motor on right away. There's lots of really cool and kind of trick stuff with the PHEV. Now, we do have to touch on the price. So this pretty well loaded up Limited as well as with the PHEV system, MSRP is going to be around $49,000. So what that means, we're right at about the average new car price in the US right now, which is $50,000. But that means we're getting a lot of great equipment, technology, and style in here. But this isn't just an average vehicle. This one having the hybrid system obviously will add a little bit more to the sticker price up front, but long term, this is really going to pay off in the long run. Like I said, maybe if you've got the shorter commute to work, or you just want to use the gas motor, you don't even have to think about using the electric motor to plug it back in, but you're still going to see those benefits over time. Not to mention, this also has a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. So what that means is you're going to be on the road for nearly a decade without really having to think of anything except for keeping up with your scheduled maintenance. Hyundai and these Kia vehicles have come such a long way. There's such a great build quality in here now, all the technology and the style of these vehicles as well. The exterior is really cool looking. Those wheels, like I said, look great. All of the little features that you wouldn't expect. Things like that blind spot monitoring, camera, the wireless Apple CarPlay, heated ventilated seats. There's a lot to like out of these Hyundai Tucsons. And maybe you're not thinking about spending all the extra money for the PHEV. Even the standard Tucson getting mid-30s for fuel economy on the highway is definitely something to consider if you're looking for a midsize SUV. Like I said, maybe you got a growing family, but you don't want to jump all the way up to a 7 or 8 passenger vehicle, but you just need that little bit of extra space. I think the Tucson is a pretty great option. Another cool little feature in here is the Hyundai Smart Park. So you can actually use the key fob to remote start the vehicle and move the vehicle forward and back out of its spot. It's kind of seems like a gimmicky thing, but when you really need it, it is definitely pretty cool. One other thing in here that is so good is the Bose sound system. So that's going to be an additional upgrade with the Limited that you're going to get. It's definitely worth it maybe on its own. It makes such a big difference. Not that the stock sound system is terrible, but this one is just that much better that it really does make a pretty big difference in here. So I think if you're in the market, whether you're shopping Honda, Toyota, or maybe you're driving an older vehicle and you're just looking for something that's going to be reliable, it's going to be fun, and very fuel efficient, the Hyundai Tucson is absolutely one to add to the list. To come out, take for a spin, and see what you think. Now that was just a quick look and drive at the PHEV Tucson. Now if you have any other questions or you'd like to schedule a test drive, you can visit us online at walser.com or stop by anytime. We'd be more than happy to help. Thanks again for watching.